Welcome to a journey of enlightenment and wisdom, where we explore timeless life lessons from one of history's most profound spiritual teachers, Gautama Buddha. Buddha's teachings transcend cultures and generations, offering guidance on how to navigate the complexities of life. He shared insights that resonate deeply within us, illuminating the path toward inner peace, compassion, and understanding. In a world filled with distractions and uncertainties, the lessons of Buddha remind us of the importance of mindfulness, the power of love and compassion, and the necessity of self-reflection. From the Four Noble Truths to the Noble Eightfold Path, Buddha's wisdom encourages us to seek clarity amidst chaos and to cultivate a life of purpose. Join us as we delve into these life lessons, drawing inspiration from Buddha's teachings to enrich our lives and the lives of those around us. Let us awaken our minds and open our hearts to the profound truths that guide us toward a more meaningful existence. Are you ready to embark on this transformative journey? Let's begin. Today we move on to our fifth lesson: non-attachment. Anatta, non-attachment, also known as anatta or detachment, is a central concept in Buddhist philosophy and many other spiritual traditions. It refers to the practice of not clinging to or becoming overly attached to people, objects, emotions, and experiences. This practice is seen as essential for achieving inner peace, wisdom, and liberation from suffering. Here is a detailed explanation of non-attachment. 1. Definition and nature. Non-attachment involves a mental state of letting go and not clinging to anything as a source of lasting happiness or identity. It does not mean indifference or apathy, but rather a balanced and mindful engagement with life. Emotional detachment, being aware of your emotions without being overwhelmed or controlled by them. Material detachment, recognizing the impermanence of material possessions and not depending on them for happiness. Relational detachment, loving and caring for others without possessiveness or excessive dependency. Conceptual detachment, letting go of rigid beliefs and ideas that limit your understanding and growth. 2. Importance in Buddhism. In Buddhism, non-attachment is crucial for several reasons. Freedom from suffering. Dukkha attachment is seen as a primary cause of suffering. By clinging to transient things, we set ourselves up for disappointment and pain when they inevitably change or disappear. Realization of impermanence. Anicca non-attachment helps us understand and accept the impermanent nature of all things, leading to a more peaceful and resilient mind. Insight into non-self. Anatta. By not identifying with possessions, roles, or thoughts, we move closer to the realization of the non-self, the understanding that there is no permanent, unchanging self. 3. Practice of non-attachment. Practicing non-attachment involves several steps and techniques. Mindfulness, study developing awareness of thoughts, emotions, and sensations as they arise, without clinging to or pushing them away. Mindfulness meditation is a powerful tool for cultivating this awareness. Meditation, bhavana. Regular meditation practice helps calm the mind and develop insight into the nature of attachment and impermanence. Reflection, contemplating the transient nature of life, relationships, and material possessions. Reflecting on past experiences of loss or change can deepen this understanding. Ethical living. Sila, engaging in ethical behavior and following moral precepts to reduce harmful attachments and promote positive relationships. Generosity. Dana, practicing generosity and letting go of material possessions helps cultivate a sense of abundance and reduces attachment to things. 4. Benefits of non-attachment. Practicing non-attachment brings numerous benefits. Inner peace. By not clinging to things beyond our control, we experience a profound sense of peace and equanimity. Emotional resilience. Non-attachment helps us navigate life's ups and downs with grace and stability. Improved relationships. by loving others without possessiveness, we cultivate healthier and more fulfilling relationships. Clarity and wisdom, letting go of rigid beliefs and attachments allows for greater mental clarity and insight. 5. Misconceptions about non-attachment. Non-attachment is often misunderstood. Here are some common misconceptions. Indifference. Non-attachment does not mean being indifferent or uncaring. It means caring deeply but without clinging or dependency. Apathy. Non-attachment is not about becoming apathetic or detached from life but about engaging fully and mindfully without excessive attachment. Avoidance. Non-attachment is not about avoiding relationships or responsibilities but about approaching them with a balanced and mindful attitude. 6. Non-attachment in daily life. Applying non-attachment in daily life involves mindful consumption, being aware of our relationship with material possessions and consuming mindfully, avoiding over-attachment to things, mindful relationships, loving others fully while respecting their autonomy and not becoming overly dependent on them for happiness, flexible thinking, being open to new ideas and perspectives, and not becoming rigidly attached to our own beliefs, present moment awareness, focusing on the present moment and not clinging to past regrets or future anxieties. 7. Non-attachment and other spiritual traditions. Non-attachment is a concept found in many spiritual traditions beyond Buddhism, Hinduism. The Bhagavad Gita emphasizes performing one's duty without attachment to the results. Stoicism. Stoic philosophy teaches the importance of accepting what we cannot control and focusing on what we can. Christianity. Christian mystics like Saint John of the Cross speak of detachment as a path to spiritual freedom and union with God. Taoism. Taoist teachings advocate for living in harmony with the Tao, the way, and letting go of excessive desires and attachments. Conclusion. Non-attachment is a profound and transformative practice that can lead to greater inner peace, resilience, and wisdom. It involves letting go of clinging to people, things, and ideas, and engaging with life in a balanced and mindful way. By understanding and practicing non-attachment, we can reduce our suffering, improve our relationships, and live more fully in the present moment. A short story on non-attachment, the tale of Asha and her path to non-attachment. Introduction. In the serene village of Dharamsala, surrounded by the majestic Himalayas, lived a young woman named Asha. She was known for her kind heart and gentle spirit, but Asha struggled with deep-seated attachments that caused her much suffering. Her journey toward understanding and practicing non-attachment would transform her life in ways she never imagined. A loving family. Asha grew up in a loving family. Her parents, Raj and Meera, doted on her, and her younger brother, Rohan, looked up to her. Their home was filled with laughter, warmth, and cherished traditions. Asha's attachment to her family was strong, and she believed that this bond was the foundation of her happiness. First encounter with impermanence. One winter, Asha's father fell seriously ill. Despite the best efforts of the village healer, Raja's condition worsened. The family watched helplessly as their beloved father grew weaker. Asha spent every waking moment by his side, clinging to the hope that he would recover. When Raj passed away, Asha was devastated. She couldn't understand why such a loving and essential figure in her life had to be taken away. This loss was her first profound encounter with the impermanence of life. She felt as if a part of her had died along with her father. Struggles with material attachment. To cope with her grief, Asha turned to material possessions. She believed that acquiring beautiful things would fill the void left by her father's death. Her house soon became cluttered with trinkets and ornaments, but none of these objects brought her lasting happiness. One day, an old family friend named Guru Dev visited Asha. He noticed her sorrow and the material clutter around her. Guru Dev was a wise man who had spent years studying and practicing the teachings of the Buddha. Seeing Asha's plight, he decided to share some wisdom with her. The lesson of the lotus flower. Guru Dev took Asha to a nearby pond where beautiful lotus flowers bloomed. He pointed to a lotus and said, "Asha, do you know why the lotus is so revered?" Asha shook her head. The lotus grows in muddy waters, yet it rises above the mud to bloom in all its beauty. It symbolizes purity and detachment. It teaches us that we too can rise above our attachments and find true peace. Asha listened intently as Guru Dev explained the concept of non-attachment. He told her that clinging to material possessions, relationships, and even emotions only led to suffering. True happiness, he said, came from letting go and embracing the transient nature of life, embracing non-attachment. Inspired by Guru Dev's words, Asha decided to make a change. She began by decluttering her home, giving away items she no longer needed. This simple act of letting go brought her a sense of relief and lightness. Asha also started practicing mindfulness and meditation. She learned to observe her thoughts and emotions without getting entangled in them. Through this practice, she began to understand that her feelings of grief and loss, while natural, did not have to define her. Challenges along the way, the journey toward non-attachment was not easy. Asha faced many challenges, particularly in her relationships. She realized that she had been overly dependent on her family and friends for her happiness. This realization was painful, but it also paved the way for healthier, more balanced relationships. Asha learned to love her family and friends without clinging to them. She cherished their presence but also accepted that they, like everything else in life, were impermanent. This understanding deepened her connections, allowing her to love more freely and without fear, a new perspective on life. As months passed, Asha felt a profound shift within herself. She no longer sought happiness in external things or people. Instead, she found joy in the simple, present moments of life. She began to appreciate the beauty of the changing seasons, the warmth of the sun, and the peacefulness of her meditation practice. Asha's transformation did not go unnoticed. The villagers saw a change in her, a calmness and contentment that was inspiring. They sought her out for advice, and she shared with them the wisdom of non-attachment she had learned from Guru Dev. A heartfelt reunion. One day, as Asha was meditating by the lotus pond, she felt a deep sense of gratitude for her journey. She realized that her father's death, though painful, had set her on this path of self-discovery and inner peace. She silently thanked him and felt a profound connection to his spirit. To honor her father's memory, Asha decided to organize a community gathering where she shared her journey and the lessons she had learned. The villagers listened with rapt attention as Asha spoke about the importance of letting go and embracing impermanence. Living the teachings, Asha continued to live a life of non-attachment. She dedicated herself to helping others find peace and happiness through the same teachings that had transformed her life. Her home became a place of learning and meditation, where people from all walks of life came to seek solace and wisdom. Her brother Rohan, inspired by Asha's journey, also embraced the practice of non-attachment. Together, they supported each other in their spiritual growth, creating a bond that was deep and unshakable. Conclusion: Asha's story is a testament to the transformative power of non-attachment. Through her journey of loss, discovery, and inner growth, she found a profound sense of peace and happiness that transcended the impermanent nature of life. Her experience teaches us that true joy comes not from clinging to the fleeting, but from embracing the present moment with an open and accepting heart. In the end, Asha's life was a living embodiment of the lotus flower, rising above the mud of attachment to bloom in the pure light of non-attachment, inspiring all who knew her to find their own path to peace and liberation. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the timeless wisdom of Buddha. We've explored profound life lessons that offer us a deeper understanding of suffering, the nature of our desires, and the path to true inner peace and liberation. The Four Noble Truths teach us to recognize and accept the reality of suffering, to understand its origins, and to believe in the possibility of its end. By following the Noble Eightfold Path, we can cultivate a life of mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom, leading us to profound inner transformation and lasting happiness. Remember, these teachings are not just ancient philosophies but practical guides for our everyday lives. Whether it's through right understanding, right action, or right mindfulness, each step we take on this path brings us closer to a state of balance and serenity. As we conclude, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to each of you for your time, attention, and openness to these teachings. Your willingness to learn and grow is the first step towards a more enlightened and peaceful existence. Thank you for being a part of this journey. If you found value in these lessons, please share them with others who might benefit. Together, we can spread the light of wisdom and compassion in our world. Until next time, may you walk your path with mindfulness and may your life be filled with peace and joy. Namaste.